Cruise control adds to a driver's comfort when traveling on roads with little or no traffic. But what about situations where traffic speeds vary? Cruise control may not be convenient to use. Taking this into consideration, Mercedes-Benz engineers have enhanced cruise control technology to better manage today's driving conditions. Introducing Distronic Adaptive Cruise Control. Welcome! This video is designed to help you understand what Distronic Adaptive Cruise Control is, how it works, how to operate it, and a few of its operating characteristics. Distronic Adaptive Cruise Control enhances conventional cruise control by adding an automatic distance control function. If there is no vehicle ahead, Distronic functions just like normal cruise control. However, if the distance sensor detects a slower moving vehicle directly ahead, it maintains a set distance from the vehicle. Distronic reduces the vehicle's speed to the extent permitted by reduced throttle, downshifting, and/or by applying up to 20% of the vehicle's braking power if needed. One very important point here. Distronic will not replace your natural instincts while driving. Depending on the following distance you set, road conditions, and the conditions of your brakes and tires, you may need to apply the brakes before Distronic does. Under no circumstances should you wait for Distronic to react if the situation warrants immediate action. So how does Distronic work? The radar sensor hidden behind the grille uses 3 beams to survey the traffic situation within a field of vision of approximately 9 degrees. Note how the beam is very narrow as it leaves the sensor and widens with distance. The speed of the vehicle ahead is calculated using the reflected radar signals. Because Distronic uses a radar sensor in the front of the vehicle, weather conditions may affect its performance. We strongly advise you to take extra care or avoid using Distronic during rainy, snowy, or foggy conditions. As the driver, you may adjust the following distance to your comfort level. The following distance is set by adjusting the thumb wheel located next to the gear lever. Here, time and distance work hand in hand. The lower the time setting, the closer the vehicle will follow. Once the required time gap has been set on the thumb wheel, Distronic maintains distance between the vehicles by accelerating, deaccelerating, downshifting, and/or braking. The closer you set the following distance, the less time and margin for error is available for you to brake when traffic in front stops or slows at a rate exceeding the system's capabilities. Once Distronic has been activated on the cruise control lever, all the settings can be monitored on the multifunction display and the speedometer. The multifunction display shows the actual and set distance from the preceding vehicle even when Distronic is switched off. When Distronic is activated, the speed stored in memory appears in the multifunction display for about 5 seconds. On the speedometer, the set speed is flanked by 1 or 2 illuminated segments. If a vehicle is detected ahead up to a maximum distance of approximately 500 feet, depending on weather conditions, this is shown in the multifunction display, and its speed is displayed by illumination of the segments from the set speed to the actual speed of the preceding vehicle. The following methods are available to adjust the Distronic parameters according to the driver's wishes. The required speed between 25 and 110 miles per hour can be stored in memory using the cruise control lever. The required distance is set using the thumb wheel on the center console. The time gap can be set between 1 and 2 seconds and is shown in the multifunction display. Increasing the time increases the distance between your vehicle and the vehicle ahead. For example, while driving at 60 miles per hour, 1 second means the following distance is approximately 80 feet. 2 seconds doubles the following distance to approximately 160 feet. These distances will increase as the vehicle's speed increases and decrease as the vehicle's speed decreases. Distronic is deactivated by operating the brakes, driving at speeds below 25 miles per hour, via the cruise control lever. Turning off ESP turns off Distronic. Also, if ESP is activated while driving, then Distronic shuts off. Distronic is a convenient system. Its speed adjustment reduction capability is intended to make cruise control more effective and usable when traffic speeds vary. It is not, however, intended to, nor does it replace the need for extreme care. The responsibility for the vehicle's speed and the distance to the vehicle ahead, including, most importantly, brake operation to assure safe stopping distance, rests always with the driver. It is also important to understand that there are driving situations which can affect the operation of Distronic. The maximum braking effect of Distronic is limited to 20% of the available braking force. In hazardous situations, this can be too little. Distronic recognizes a situation like this and informs the driver both visually by means of the distance notification lamp and acoustically that manual intervention is required. The audible warning continues until the driver demonstrates control by applying the brakes. Remember, do not wait for the warning if your instincts tell you otherwise. Distronic does not measure the quality of your tires, brakes, or the surface of the road, all factors which affect stopping ability. Vehicles crossing into the same lane only a short distance ahead can only be recognized once they are within the sensor's field of vision. If the preceding vehicle is heavily offset from the beam, there can be similar detection problems as the distance cannot be calculated correctly. Detection limitations can also occur when negotiating bends or turns. In this situation, the Distronic vehicle may brake unexpectedly or late when the truck in the other lane enters Distronic's field of vision. In this situation, as the truck rounds the bend, it falls out of Distronic's field of vision, possibly causing the vehicle to speed up, depending on whether the speed in memory is higher than that of the preceding truck. Driver intervention may be required. Motorcycles may also escape detection by Distronic's radar. In this example, though the motorcycles pull in front of the S-Class, their offset position keeps them from being detected. Driver intervention may be required. In this example, a truck pulls in front of the motorcycles. Distronic recognizes the truck, but not the motorcycles. If the truck ahead speeds up, then the Distronic vehicle, depending on the setting, may also speed up towards the motorcycles. Special attention needs to be given to motorcycles. There are some other nuances of operating Distronic that drivers should be aware of. When Distronic applies braking force, the brake pedal moves on its own closer to the floor. In a situation where a driver intervention is required to slow the vehicle, the brake pedal will be closer to the floor than under normal braking conditions. Please do not place your foot behind the brake pedal when using Distronic, as it may impair your ability to manually apply the brakes when needed. Because Distronic requires input from ESP sensors, turning off ESP turns off Distronic. Also, if ESP is activated while driving, then Distronic shuts off. Please consult your vehicle's owner's manual for situations that may require turning off ESP. Certain conditions may also affect the performance of Distronic. If a fault is indicated in the multifunction display, it may be that the radar sensor has become soiled by rain or snow, or is being affected by strong electromagnetic waves. If, after checking for obstructions, the fault warning persists, please visit your local Mercedes-Benz retail center. Wide open spaces may also affect Distronic's performance since radar needs objects to reflect off of. This may also cause Distronic to register a fault. Though Distronic's radar picks up stationary objects, it reacts differently than it does to moving objects. In this example, as the Distronic vehicle changes lanes to exit the highway, it picks up the road sign. Distronic audibly alerts the driver to the obstacle, but does not attempt to slow the vehicle. The same result occurs when a vehicle is parked in the lane ahead. Distronic beeps but doesn't slow the vehicle. Driver intervention is required to stop the vehicle or switch lanes. Another feature of Distronic is the distance notification function. By pressing the rocker switch located on the center console, the system is activated or deactivated. With the distance notification function activated, the distance to the vehicle ahead continues to be measured. The driver will be advised by a continuous audible warning if a potential emergency braking circumstance has been detected, even if Distronic has been deactivated. This can be beneficial when changing lanes. It is not intended, however, as a substitute for keeping one's eyes on the road ahead. It may alert the driver of slowing vehicles ahead, but it is up to the driver to take the necessary precautions to slow down. Also, when Distronic is activated, this switch will not turn off the audible warning. Distronic Adaptive Cruise Control by Mercedes-Benz provides enhanced comfort and convenience while driving, and reaffirms why Mercedes-Benz is a leader when it comes to vehicle technology and luxury. Please remember that no vehicle system will replace one's instincts or judgment while driving, no matter how technologically advanced it may be. When used properly, Distronic will allow you to use cruise control in more driving situations than conventional cruise control. Enjoy and drive safely.